Justin, a lot of activity going on in Dell Rapids. Let's start off with the most recent City Council meeting this past Monday night and the Safe Routes. Tell me a little bit about it and the funding and what was determined.
Safe Routes to School grant is a federal program that the state of South Dakota initiates and then distributes the funds throughout the state. And so it went through an application process. The city applied for up to over $200,000 for sidewalk improvements, as well as they consider that infrastructure, as well as non-infrastructure, which would be some education and encouragement for young kids to bike and walk to school. That's the purpose of the program. The city was granted over $50,000 in grants. Half of that is to go towards the placing yellow flashers like we have up on 15th Street now, up by the middle school and high school to help calm traffic during school when it opens and when it closes. So we will have $25,000 to put towards that, as well as another 25 or 24 or so towards the education and encouragement. And what we're looking at doing is purchasing some bicycle helmets, some bicycle locks, to have a big kickoff event for our Safe Routes program. We're going to be doing that in coordination with the ambulance. They put on an annual bike rodeo. And so we'll have some freebies to give out to kids, and hopefully we can do some educating about getting kids to walk to school safely. So that's kind of what encompasses that $50,000. City Council approved to accept that grant on Monday night, so we'll be moving forward with implementation on that. It should be in 2014 is when the funds will be freed up. So we'll be seeing some of that spent next year.
Another item on the agenda was discussion of surveillance cameras. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, that was an issue that was brought up by some private property owners that abut some of our public property, and the City Council instructed City Administration to go out and engage some private security firms. We did that, and came up with the result was that the cost associated with placing some cameras down in our public parking area that's south of Wells Fargo, and then out in the city park to kind of monitor some of the bathroom facilities, that the costs associated with doing it were rather high, $5,500 to $7,000. Council looked at that and said at this time we're going to pass on installing cameras, but we came up with maybe some other solutions, like in the park where we have some vandalism occurring in some of our restroom facilities, that we put some motion sensor lights, things of that nature. I think we're going to be looking at doing to mediate the problem for now.
Let's talk about the summer months that are upon us and the construction and progress and growth that people are seeing through Drive with Care, work being done from 15th Street in Garfield, and the groundbreaking of County Fair Foods and Family Dollar. Just talk a little bit about all of this, if you can, in general.
Yeah, definitely a lot of activity, a lot of investment occurring across the board in Dell Rapids this summer. On the public side of things, with the city, the 15th Street and Garfield Avenue and State Avenue are well under construction. That project's on schedule at this point. Garfield Avenue will hopefully see curb and gutter and concrete being installed in the next couple weeks. So we'll see that area open up, and then 15th Street surface will be milled and utilities will go in. The deadline for that project is October 31st, so they're on schedule there, but there still will be hassles with navigating the northeast section of Dell Rapids for the next few months. But that's project's going smoothly. Actually, on Monday night, the City Council approved to engage our contractor. Along with this project, we are extending utilities across the Big Sioux River. Our water is coming off the Garfield Bridge in preparation for that to be replaced in 2014. and so we're putting the water across. At the same time, we were putting a casing sleeve across the Big Sioux River in order to be able to possibly bring sewer across. Well, there's been some movement with our Economic Development Corporation to look at expanding to the south and installing a business development park, and so getting sewer to that area has become a priority of the City Council. So we are looking at actually not just installing the casing pipe, but pulling the sewer line through so we don't have to go back and disturb the whole area again. So we're going to be looking at doing a change order in the project to get the sewer to the south end of town. So that's kind of the city side of things. Other private activity, this is going to be a banner year for Dell Rapids. County Fair Foods began moving dirt. That building is actually going to be a little larger than they initially planned when we were going through our TIF process. So that's good for the tax base of Dell Rapids, and the additional services that they're going to provide there that we don't have now. Lewis Drug is also going to be moving out there with them, and so we're going to have a brand new pharmacy with a drive-up pharmacy available in Dell Rapids, which will definitely be a benefit to the community. Casey's General Store is planned to start construction in the next 30 days, and that's at the old event center property, so the community will see that building coming down here shortly. And Family Dollar has began some construction on their site that's just east of that Casey's site. So commercial wise, it's going to be a very, very big year in Dell Rapids. Residential wise, I think we are right at or have exceeded 10 new housing permits already this year, which exceeds last year already, and we're only into the middle of June. So I think we're going to have a great year with our residential housing. And developers are platting new lots, and they are installing new utilities into areas to open up residential housing. So we're having a great year as far as development is concerned.